Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, viewers across the globe. Good morning. All right, it's another edition of Bystanders at Stand on Flip TV, your number one super review program. Yeah, we are here once again to dish it out the way it is, to review the stories on the Nigerian newspapers. And we really say thank you for joining us on today's edition of this program. All right, quickly to some of the reviewers. I thank you for joining us on today's edition of this program. I have the viewers watching us right now. I also say thank you for joining us today on the program. Thank God it's Friday, TGIF. Thank God it's Friday, all the way from Lagos, Nigeria. We say good morning to you. All right, Samson Moses, good morning. All we at the newsstand, we're saying good morning to you. Andrew Gujimi, happy Friday to my people over there. Love from Dublin. And we are saying thank God it's Friday to you. Thank God it's Friday to everyone. Thank God it's Friday. We're saying good morning to you, Andrew Ogunjimi Dutchman Pounds. Good morning, Mr. Mike, the rider of the Flip TV Bystanders. It's another beautiful morning in Nigeria, West Africa. Wow, that's a great one. Thank you so much, Dutchman Pounds. Good morning to you as well. King Henry is here. King Henry, good morning, all. And from the newsstand, we're saying good morning to King Henry. Thank you so much for joining us. Adegboyega Adekunle, thank you so much for joining us. Good morning to you as well. Kuforiji's family. Wow. All right, to the family of Kuforiji, Lucky and I, we are saying good morning to you, Kuforiji's family.
I greet everybody. Good morning, my brother. You live long, all of you.
All right, thank you so much. David also is saying good morning to you.
I'm here with my controversial lawyer. You want to campaign Ajero? He's a man like activist, so he's going to fight for Ajero today. Can't you see him dressed in suit?
Lucky has been dressing like this for the past 3 days or 4.
He's a Tinubu'S lawyer now.
Actually,
no license to practice law.
Sometimes I wear a coat.
Are you a Tinubu'S lawyer?
No,
I think he's unlike Kule's coat.
Coat of arm. Kule is wearing coat of arm. Kule is wearing coat of arm, not coat. There's a difference between coat and coat of arm. So
this one is suit.
Yes,
this one just semi-suit too.
Semi. So this is not a real suit.
This one is being worn by a Tinubu'S lawyer. So Kule has got to pad palliative under.
And the yacht.
And the yacht.
All right, thank you so much. Thank you, David. Thank you, Lucky. And I also say thank you to the viewers all over the world watching us on the platform. Bystanders at Newsstand, your number one newspaper review program on Flip TV. How is the network there? All right, please do something to eat. All right, so the Nigerian Tribune newspaper, we have Nigerian Tribune at the newsstand, and this day newspaper. Nigerian Tribune newspaper. What was Nigerian Tribune saying this morning at the newsstand? All right, 2023 supplementary budget. Reps transfer 5 billion naira for Yacht to students' loan as National Assembly approves 2.17 trillion naira budget. 2023 supplementary budget. Reps transfer 5 billion naira for Yacht to students. Loan as NAS approves 2.17 trillion naira budget. So the next one, which is the rider, 210 billion naira for 35,000 naira wage award for federal workers. 210 billion naira for 35,000 naira wage award for federal workers. Defense gets 546.2 billion naira, 515 billion naira for service-wide vote. So the next one, Tinubu didn't ask for presidential yacht, says Presidency. And of course, we have a story or a report concerning that yesterday, just a few minutes after the program. Like I do tell you, those at the federal level are also watching bystanders. They watch what we do here. And after the program yesterday, 20 minutes or 15 minutes after, I got a report from the federal level that Tinubu is not, that's the president, is not involved in what is going on concerning the yacht procurement. All right, let's move down to another story on the front page of this program. Court orders unconditional release of Emefiele from EFCC detention. Directs Kano government to pay 30 billion naira within 7 days. Court directs, court orders unconditional release of Emefiele from EFCC detention. Directs Kano government to pay 30 billion naira within 7 days. Tinubu demands free fair Guba polls in Imo, Kogi, Bayelsa. That's ahead of the gubernatorial election in these 3 states: Kogi State, Bayelsa State, and Imo State. At the All Progressives Congress yesterday, gave the party flag to these candidates of the party in the states. And we have it here on the front page of the Nigerian Tribune. Tinubu demands free, fair Guba polls in Imo, Kogi, Bayelsa. To the next one down the paper, we have test running of red line to commence December, says the governor of Lagos State, Babajide Sanwo-Olu. Test running of red line to commence December, says Governor Sanwo-Olu. Inaugurates Yaba flyover. CBN may begin disbursement of foreign airlines trapped funds. CBN may begin disbursement of foreign airlines trapped funds. High volume withdrawals causing scarcity of naira notes in some locations, says CBN, assures of sufficient stock. All right, down the paper we have reps reps move to recover over $30 billion revenue from merger of multinational oil firms. This day newspaper was this day saying at the newsstand this morning. All right. CBN moves to restore investor confidence, begins clearance of FX forward backlogs. CBN moves to restore investor confidence, begins clearance of FX forward backlogs. All right, to the next one. In compliance with PIA, NNPC agrees to supply Dangote refinery 6 million barrels in December. In compliance with PIA, NNPC agrees to supply Dangote refinery 6 million barrels in December. Senate passes 2.17 trillion naira 2023 supplementary budget. Senate passes 2.17 trillion naira 2023 supplementary budget. That's what we have on the front page of the newspaper. We have other newspapers right here at the newsstand, but we won't go beyond these papers. Of course, we've displayed the headlines of some papers to you viewers across the globe watching us. All right, let me quickly go to the comment section. Taiwo Odunlade saying good morning, Mike, and everyone on this platform. Amishi Machoku saying good morning, my good people. We're saying good morning to you. Thank you so much for joining us on today's edition of this program. Michael, one of our reviewers, is here. One of our reviewers, Michael. Good morning to you.
Michael, good morning. Greetings to viewers across the world. Thanks for having me.
All right, thanks for coming on board as well to share your own views concerning what is going on in the country. But before I continue with you, Michael, I think I need to quickly read this out to the viewers across the globe. This is what we got after yesterday's program. And after about 2, 3, 4 hours, the media, I'm talking about Nigerian media, started reporting this issue. Now, on presidential yacht and other matters, this is by Temitope Ajayi. Temitope Ajayi happens to be the senior special assistant to the president on media and publicity. That's who Temitope Ajayi is here. And we need to read out this to the viewers across the globe. I told you earlier on that before the commencement of the program that we got a report from the presidency yesterday, and I need to read it out to you viewers. It has become a pattern for some individuals, CSOs, and a section of the media to pick 1 or 2 line items every budget cycle for sensational headlines, deliberately ignoring context in their reporting. The public that should benefit from good journalism, which should primarily educate and adequately inform, is left confused and miseducated due to mischaracterization of issues and misinterpretation of facts. I need you to listen to it, Felix. The trending issues on social media since yesterday are two items in the 2023 supplementary budget. One is the provision for a presidential yacht in the supplementary budget by the Navy, and the other is over 6 billion for vehicles to the State House. It is important to state clearly that President Bola Tinubu didn't ask for a presidential yacht. I repeat, it is important to state clearly, I repeat clearly, that President Bola Tinubu didn't ask for a presidential yacht, and I doubt, he needs one to perform the function of his office. From what I know, from what Dr. Ajayi knows, the request for a yacht, however, it is named or couched in the budget. In the budget, is from the Navy, and they must have operational reasons for why it is required. They must have operational reasons for why it is required. The budget office should be in a position to also explain to the public why such expenditure should be accommodated now, considering the economic situation of the country. I must readily admit that one reason our budget system has been a subject of the public attack is the very simplistic way some of the line items are described by civil servants who prepare the budget. Now, I wouldn't want to go far because the story, the report is a lengthy one, but the bone of contention here is that the president didn't demand for the yacht.
Let me quickly talk so that I can leave them to talk.
Okay.
First and foremost, when we talk about supplementary budget, the supplementary budget comes from whoever needs, they will request for it. I want to fault whoever in the social media is that it is the president that requested for it.
You are still saying that it is the president?
It is the president that requested.
This is the person saying Ajayi is a senior special assistant to the president of media and publicity.
Hello, sir. It is the president that requested for it. They can't just bring in something that it's not a matter of fact in budgetary. You understand? You must present what you want. So now what you want is that you will not come to defend why is this bill like this. You understand? That's what about budget. Now we are supposed to be doing the budget of next year down. So each sector will come and defend the total amount of what they want to do. This actually supplementary budget is coming from the presidency himself, because the last president that left, Buhari, was the one that made the budget. So this Emilio government, you understand, is the one that made it. I need to say frantically that Mr. Ajayi is not telling the citizen the truth. He's capitally saying he's selling lie. That's my humble take, sir.
The senior special assistant to the president is telling lie on this issue. Okay. All right, we still have another report coming in. Tinubu unaware of presidential yacht as Senate holds procurement. Michael, what do you have to say on this issue? You have your colleague here saying that it's a lie that the president demanded.
First of all, I think we appreciate the fact that Mr. Topa Ajayi, who happens to be the senior special advisor to the president on media and publicity. We appreciate some of the clarifications he has made. It was timely. The issue was becoming subject of discourse across the media. I think his intervention was timely enough. However, I don't think Mr. Ajayi should also castigate Nigerians that has decided to pick on that subject condemning in the very strong terms. Mr. Ajayi should understand that there is nothing misleading about what some of those reactions are stated. Don't forget, you call it a presidential yacht. That was the caption. That was the name. That was the name you called it. So there is no better interpretation any reasonable Nigerian want to give it than to assume that it was meant for the president or for the presidency as a whole. So there is nothing misleading about their reaction when they stated clearly that expenditure was reckless and needless at this time. Don't also forget Mr. Ajayi and presidency also clarified again that that provision was from the Navy. That proposal rather was from the Navy, and it has even been done before this present administration, from what we gathered and all of that. So, but I felt even if it has been infused before this administration came on board, knowing what is on ground now, seeing the level of the economic realities, I do not expect that such an item should even be left to be presented at the floor of the Senate. It ought to have been removed if they are that sensitive to the plight of Nigeria. So there's nothing misleading about what the media has reported. Their clarification ought to have stated it clearly from the time it was being presented that it wasn't meant for Mr. President.
Now, I want you to pause there. Felix, can you come closer a bit? No, you can come to this side. Okay. Let Michael. All right. There's another report coming from the presidency. I told you they watch the program, they monitor the program as well. Now, was the presidency saying on this issue? Tinubu unaware of presidential yacht as Senate holds comments. That's what we have as the headline. Now, the Nigerian Navy has shelved plans to procure a multi-billion naira presidential yacht, which has sparked widespread controversy. It is not a matter of presidency this time around. It's not the president that requested for the yacht. That's what the Navy is saying, the Nigerian Navy is saying here. Let me continue. The suspension of the acquisition of the proposed presidential yacht followed the intervention by the Senate Committee Chairman on Navy, Senator Olubenga Daniel. This is an update on this report. The chairman noted that President Bola Tinubu was privy to the decision to buy the yacht, which was listed under the Nigerian Navy's proposed capital expenditure in the 2.1 trillion naira supplementary budget submitted to the National Assembly. A sum of 5 billion naira was earlier allocated for the yacht, while 2.9 billion naira was earmarked for sport utility vehicles, as SUV, for the presidential villa. Another 2.9 billion naira was also proposed for the replacement of operational vehicles for the presidency. Note that one. The chairman also revealed that the proposed allocation for the yacht had been replaced with more critical equipment required to support operational efforts against oil theft, oil bunkering, and pipeline vandalism. So, and it has been moved. The money budgeted for the yacht has been moved to the student loan. Of course, we have it on papers here this morning. So that's just to tell you that it is not the president that requested. That's the report I am getting. I'm not saying I'm the one that is saying this. I'm not saying this on my own. But the report you are getting from the presidency is that it is not the Nigerian president that requested for the yacht. And I don't know if the other way around, they cited that Nigerians kicked against it. Are you getting me now? And they quickly, made a U-turn on it. So I'm not supporting and I'm not opposing. I'm just trying to balance.
You are the moderator. I want to tell you that in budgetary system of when they are doing budgetary, the Navy brought their own requests, and those in the budget department looked at where do we slot this thing that they cannot easily to be able easily to get it. Thank God the Senate, we are able to spot those things, and they brought it out. They brought it out and they made the Nigerian citizen to know. And now they are not telling us that, listen, they are not telling us that they have shifted it to student loan. What kind of, why are they deceiving the citizen, for God's sake? Why are they bamboozling the citizen, for God's sake? Listen, I am quite surprised why a lot of the people representing us in the government are not telling Nigeria the citizen. They are not telling the citizen the truth. They are just turning people, playing politics, and that will not help us moving forward. The money they said they were going to give for student loan, where was it? The building, we've not gotten the building. The setup is not ready. There's nothing ready. Go to all the universities, they have increased their school fees. When the school started, when they were going on, they were agitating. That was when most of the schools started reducing their school fees. And I want to say this. The earlier this government is transparent, the better for us. Thank God for the Senate that exposed it. If not so, the thing will go under the carpet. That's my humble take, sir.
All right, thank you so much. We're quickly to Michael. Back to Michael. Like I did tell the viewers and the viewers across the globe, both at the federal level, the state level, the government watch the program, and they see it as a platform where they can also feel the pulse of the masses. All right, quickly to the gubernatorial election that is about to take place in Bayelsa, Kogi, and Imo State. The president has demanded from the citizens of the state, the government of the state, a free, fair, credible election. We have it here in the comment section. Amici Wachuku saying that Tinubu demand credible, free, fair election. Can words turn to action? What is the mood of results transmission? People are still banking on the antecedents. People are still talking about the just concluded election. That what at the end of the day was the outcome of the election, and what at the end of the day was the outcome of the tribunal's ruling, and what at the end of the day was the outcome of the Supreme Court's ruling. Michael, what do you have to say?
Some statements are just funny. The president demanding for a free, fair, and credible election. You don't achieve a free, fair, and credible election just by saying it. There are not the systems in place. Deliberate policies must be on ground to ensure free, fair, and credible polls. Going by the last polls, which was not too impressive in terms of his conduct. Don't also forget, the president is not the Independent National Electoral Commission, and I think that is the agency that has been saddled with the responsibility of conducting a free, fair, and credible election. However, I also understand that the INEC alone cannot make this happen. The security agencies, the parties themselves, which they are not likely to obey anyway. If you rely on speaking to the parties alone, to the leaders of the parties, in terms of them behaving themselves or conducting themselves properly in an election, it's not going to happen. The aim and objective of any political party is to win at all costs. And that I say with all sense of responsibility, that is not supposed to be the situation, but that is what transpires here in this part of the world. Knowing fully that parties are desperate to win at all costs, I think it is important that it is the responsibility of agencies of government that have that task to ensure that they put the right structures in place in order to get free, fair, and credible elections.
And don't forget that, okay, sorry, you want to say something?
Yes.
Okay.
Don't also forget that we were promised a transparent election the last time, that transmission will be done. These are some of the things that was meant to bring credibility to the electoral process. That transmissions will be done as soon as voting is being conducted, which was never done, and that brought that cast a level of doubt on the outcome of that election. So, free, fair, transparent election is not just going to happen by the fact that the president says so. It will happen if indeed we want it so, and that will depend on the kind of structures we are putting in place.
Now, quickly to Joe Ajero, that was brutalized 2 days ago. Is about to be flown out of the country for medical treatment. And I asked myself if a Labour president is taken out of the country or is about to be taken out of the country, so where is the hope of the masses? Don't we have good hospitals in Nigeria that Joe Ajero can be treated? Why taking him out of the country or to receive or to get medical treatment? How do you feel about that? This man representing over 200 million people, right? What's your take on it?
Much as I don't want to subscribe to reckless spending, unnecessary expenses and all of that, I also want to be careful in addressing that matter. Ajero was attacked by people we are yet to know. They claimed it was the police that attacked him and all of that. In some quarters they said it was thugs that attacked him and all of that. Perhaps he was being careful in terms of, because if you are dealing with government, you have to be careful where you have been taken to. Probably that was the consideration. I'm not speaking for Labour as well. Probably that was the consideration that leaving him around here may endanger his life the more. Perhaps that was why they wanted to take him out of the country. But for me, I do not support any form of reckless spending, any form of unnecessary expenses and all of that. So if it is about protecting his life, if they felt his life is even being threatened by government, don't forget it was the government of Imo State they were meant to confront or to put in check when that attack took place. And when you are having confrontation with government, you have to be extraordinarily careful. Perhaps that was the reason they wanted to take him out of the country. But I would never support any form of reckless spending.
Thank you so much, Michael. And this is the CEO of Flip TV saying good morning to everyone. And listen, also saying good morning to the viewers watching us across the globe right now. The CEO, Abiodun.
So guys
is also watching.
Our guys watching us all the way from US.
Yeah, sending his greetings to everyone here.
God bless you.
Right.
We are doing the work you send us. I want to thank you. May God bless you, both the boss and everybody there. God bless you. We will live long. Look, Mike, we will live long. We will not die. All this suffering every DC, we are going to enjoy it at the end. The only thing, those who pray will enjoy. Those who don't pray like Kule. Anyway, good morning. Yes, let's. I don't know the Lagos. My name is Loke.
You started the attack this morning.
It could have been attacking me since. I don't know. So I have to give him. I have to attack him.
He came late. Why you talking to my brother like that? Why you talking to my brother like that? Another person
You see, the problem of Kule, if Kule stand here first today with it at his face, camera will not work. So the best thing, let him wait first. When we finish, Kule can come.
Is Joe Ajaero truly representing us?
Yesterday, as I said yesterday,
He used to be taken outside for medical treatment.
we want to take him aside. He's
Labour president.
Is it Chadema? That man that is talking rubbish there. I don't know. That governor who planned that coup.
Can we have the picture of Joe Ajaero?
Let's
see his face.
He planned the pity. The governor there and the government, they planned the pity. They just disgrace him. Look, let me tell you. I agree. Thank you.
Is it enough? Is it enough to fly him abroad? Let's see this. Let's see his face.
If it warrant, for him not to die here, because if he die here, it's going to be another thing. That's what I mean. No matter. Let's respect the office. I'm not talking about Ajaero now.
Okay.
It's not good in any way. Whereby protest. Otherwise, today, me and you, if we protest today, they will do the same thing for us. So we should not support that kind of thing. Whether Ajaero, let's leave Ajaero, but we are talking about the office now. You think you can do that for one brother? If one brother protested,
charity begins at home. He should stay in Nigeria and be treated.
Good, they should treat him. Yeah, nobody says that.
He should be in Nigeria and be treated. Charity begins at home. Charity begins at home.
Hold on. I didn't say they should take it to abroad. What good for A, good for B. If warrant for him to go abroad, let them do that. It's their own money.
With how much they are paying him?
Who is going to pay?
With how much they are paying him?
No, who is taking it to abroad? That's the question.
With how much they are paying him?
Who is taking it to abroad? That's the question.
That is what we are looking at. Labor that are turned to politics.
Are you sure? Are you sure he's not even there? I won't tell you. Are you sure he's not even there? See, let me tell you.
I like that.
Whether they take it to abroad, they don't take it abroad. What happened on that day is bad. I condemn it. I don't like that. Beating a Labour president who is protesting for one organization. I don't understand it. But tomorrow, it might be me, it might be you, it might be A. They should respect that office. I don't understand me. So that is it. All I know that what caused Ajaero for them is one. The first protest he wanted to organize for Nigeria. I know it's not easy to organize protests. When you don't organize all labor offices, they will betray you. That will happen. So for him, that will in between him. Whether they fly him out, what I'm saying, if you want for them to fly him out, let them do the same. There's no problem for that. After all, the money they're not going to give to me. After all, the 25,000 they promised, I have not even seen where they are giving 25,000 naira. Rather than seeing a budget that doesn't necessary. The budget that Tinubu is bringing, after bringing budget, tomorrow we say, I'm not the one. It's Navy, it's this. My brother, before anything can go to National Assembly, our president must be aware. You can't tell me so you're not aware. Say Navy. As Navy bring their budget, Navy is supposed to bring their budget to the National Assembly. So all that one is fake. They know what they did. They are trying to smuggle that 5 billion to 5 billion to buy a Yacht. Because we have it. The one we have there, are they maintaining it? Are we fighting war? I get me. What Tinubu is supposed to do now? Let's see all the palliative. We have not seen anyone. I've not seen anything. I get me. I've not seen the vehicle. They say they brought. I've not seen anything. I have not seen the food. I have not seen the transportation. I have not seen the road they are repairing. All what they are just talking, telling us we should be patient. I get me. Inflating budget, different things. We want to buy car. I say, oh my God, is that what we need now? I get me. That's not what we need.
Now, a few days ago, there was a crisis in Rivers State. Crisis between the ex-governor of the state, who happens to be the minister of FCT, Nyesom Wike, and the incumbent governor, Fubara. Now, the PDP governor met the president of the country in Abuja over this crisis. Fubara, also, who happens to be the incumbent governor of that state, met with the president, and the president tried as much as possible to resolve the issue. Don't you think the move to Mr. President, I'm talking about PDP governor's move to Mr. President, to solve this issue, indicates Nigeria is moving towards the one-party system?
let me. Even when Tinubu was there as a governor, how many deputy governors he changed? 2. I don't understand me. Well, it's a good mood that he came as a father, at least to settle, so that at least if there's fight in River State now, it's going to affect the country. Because that's where our almost how many oil is coming from. You understand? So now, I'm so happy that the president called both the PDP governor and the APC governor, and they asked with them, they should maintain peace. But is that enough? Wike should face FCT ministers. Wike should leave the governor alone. Wike should face his work in the FCT. He has a problem there, which a lot of problems which he can solve instead of putting eye in River State. Allow the governor to be. I get me. That is why I say I don't know be Lagos. We're proud for them. If this is a general matter, if it's a dumb man, I think the governor will not stay. They will not stay now. Will not sleep in the government house. We say no matter how our people, we must protect our people first. I get me. So what I'm saying, we can to remain Asorok, cook in the kitchen. Where you anywhere you visit, you see Wike in kitchen. I don't know what you mean for that. You want to be read by newspaper everywhere. Allow the governor to be, and thank God for the governor. My governor, I don't say governor. Met the governor of River State and said, look, relax your mind. Say, relax your mind. I'm behind you. That is how Oshomole did the same thing. Want to be a godfather in Edo State. Obaseki said no. They want to use the deputy governor Shaibu against Obaseki. And he stand. The governors in River State should stand. They say, we can't be a one-party state system. It's not going to work. You must have a position. Wike, nobody knows where he belongs to. Whether PDP, whether APC, nobody knows. But let me tell you, I want to drop one thing. Wike, Tinubu, their fight is coming.
I think you said that yesterday.
I want to say, you know, I'm a pastor. Whatever I say, well, let's come to pass. You see, now, see, I don't want to use prophet. I'm a pastor. Let me tell you something. Go today, take a date, write it down. Wike Tinubu will fight. They will fight. They will fight. Write it down today.
Reason.
This Babalawo that is my back. Go and rest. Allow me to talk. When you get to talk. Don't allow your face to spoil this camera again. Now, I am telling you, Wike and Tinubu will fight. Wike doesn't belong to APC, doesn't belong to PDP. Nobody knows where he is. You know what? He's playing game. By the time the road, by the time he's snake, he says snake. By the time he enter there, now you will bite Tinubu.
And you think a Tinubu doesn't know what is happening? I think
see, when Baba was
Wike would defeat Tinubu.
When Tinubu was a governor, when Tinubu was a governor, Tinubu was so young, was so strong. But now Tinubu is okay. I'll give you an example now. How did the Wike break Tinubu and tell him, deceive him and say, look, FCT want to have your account. Remove account from TSA. And Tinubu agreed. He agreed that he have break his will. Yes. Can other ministry come now and say, no, remove our account from TSA? Tinubu will agree. But Wike enter him and bite him. Tinubu maybe sleep or he was drinking, how would I call it? Opine. Maybe Oga was drinking Opine in the bed.
Who is more relevant in Nigerian politics? Wike, Tinubu? Who is more relevant?
The way it's going now, it's like Wike are talking about everywhere now. We go to media now. Wike, every media, Wike, we are sleeping, Wike, River State, Wike, PDP, APC. Even the APC members don't like him. You know that? They are fighting him. But the way he's going to Asorok every minute, all this, you see. So let me tell you, I will drop this bomb. Wike and Tinubu will fight. And Shane will catch my brother at the back here, who is making noise. Let me tell you. See. Another thing, before I go, ask Kule, the palliative, the brother say he want to give Nigeria. whether you have seen any.
Can I
No.
answer? I'm here.
You have no. Wait, hold on. Wait.
Yeah, you say you know what?
I have not seen anything. We get okay. Tell us, answer. Have you seen anyone?
It's gonna be a shame to you, Lucky, when you are still looking for palliative. This your suit. How much you buy it?
Oh God.
Are you the poorest of the poor?
I ask you a question.
Okay,
You have to answer the question.
hey,
Why you behaving like a
I seen palliative.
Where did you see?
I see palliative.
Where?
I was given
Where
and
Hey, he said, hold on.
I see palliative.
He said,
Yes.
Why do you accusing me? Okay, Mike, you see?
You cannot see
what you
because
said.
you are denying. You are brought it to me personally. I'm not going to lie.
You said,
And it's my right to collect palliative.
Mr. Mike,
I saw
I
palliative.
don't support Kule. The palliative was shared.
yes.
And I'm going to give you a clear picture. In various CDA, listen, in various CDAs in Lagos, in our own CDA, they brought 2 bags of rice.
2 bags of rice.
Hold on now. Half bag of beans and half bag of rice for 10 most poorest people. And they shared it among them.
Okay, 2 bags of rice.
Yes.
How many people?
For 10 people.
For 10 people.
All right.
But in my side, I did not see my side. But what I'm saying now, Kule say, why am I collecting palliative? And Kule said now, tell the world that he collected palliative.
Yes, I won't deny.
Why are you accusing me?
I don't complain against palliative.
I have not seen palliative.
You did not go where you can collect palliative. If they see your face, they know that you're a terror. They will not give you anything.
2 bags of rice.
You are spoiling people. You are diminishing people.
So what I'm saying, Tinubu, your palliative, your everything, your electricity is going. Have you seen electricity now? No light everywhere now. That has gone down.
That has gone down.
Yes.
Is it not your Agero?
Lucky, you're just disturbing your blood pressure. That's what Odunlade has written.
Oh, okay. Taiwo. We are in Nigeria here. What is disturbing us is big headache. Tinubu has not been able to meet up at least just half. It's true. You will see. This year we go. We still keep saying it. Buhari spent 8 years. At the end, what we see, nothing. So that's it.
So you are constituting new sound.
All right, let's have another person on board. Thank you so much. David, good morning. How you doing?
To you, Mr. Mike Adekule. Generally, AK, I just found your new nickname. It's Kubutu. It's Kubutu himself.
Where did you get that from?
A lady called you by that. So Skubutu. Probably maybe something in the future.
I don't know. You are on a live program. Let's continue. All right. Okay. Thank you so much, David. On the supplementary budget, I'm talking about things on this supplementary budget. We have a reps transferring 5 billion naira for Yacht to students loan. How do you feel about the development? There are still controversies surrounding the procurement of Yacht for Mr. President, which the president denied. Even the president said no, it is not meant for the president. And now money has been transferred to students' loans. Don't you think the APC government is working for Nigerians?
First and foremost, I want to say Mr. Lucky should not come to the public space and address himself as a pastor, because if Lucky become pastor, Nigeria don't flinch with that. People like Lucky become pastor. And then back to your question, I think the federal government thinks Nigerians are those are. In the sense that now, when they were supposed to, because every government ministry, parastatals, MDA, would always table their budgets before the Senate or before the House of Reps. The Senate committee, the different committee, would now look into those budget proposals. There was never a time in the history of Nigeria, Nigerian Navy as what included a yacht in their budget. I start to be corrected. So where is this issue of yacht coming from? This issue of yacht is coming from the presidency. So the presidency is just trying to divert this issue to the Nigerian Navy, knowing fully well that the Nigerian Navy would not say anything. Since this is coming from the president, before this time, the presidency went to the Senate to defend this budget. And one of all those things that we saw the breakdown of the budget from the office of the president. We saw the budget, and then Yacht was included. Thank God for the outcry of Nigerians. thank God for many Nigerians that have voted, that have come out to say a no, we cannot continue like this. The presidency and the president should not think we are those. People has been lambasting the president. People have lashed him. Now, thank God, the Senate and House of Rep has now said no. But I don't trust even the House of Rep members. The money that you said that has been transferred to the student loan, how shall we, the students, we get a loan? Even the 5 billion set aside already for them. Which model? How do the government, what sharing formula or what sharing model do they intend to give these loans? So I am very happy because this yacht of a thing, it has been scrapped. No right-thinking president who want to get a yacht at this trying time. Nigeria is on the verge of collapsing. I stand to be corrected. You cannot go to public health care center and get drugs for free. So Bola Ahmed Tinubu should not ride on our intelligence.
And don't you think that's why Ajero is flying abroad for medical treatment? You said you cannot get drugs for free.
You cannot get it. Nobody.
In our hospitals, you can't get them.
In public hospitals.
And that's why Ajero is flying abroad, for medical treatment. Is that the reason?
That should not be a reason why it's a show of shame. He ought to have gone to public hospital to face what ordinary Nigerians is facing. He truly is for the masses.
He truly is representing
the masses.
Okay.
Because he is the face. Joe Ajero should be the voice of the voiceless. He should stand and then fight for those oppressing us. Where does he get the money for him to fly, for him to go abroad? Joe Ajero deserves what he got. He deserves what he got. This is the same man. When every Nigerians felt there will be strike tomorrow, Joe Ajero will come out 12 midnight and say strike has been called off because what? He got palliative from the federal government. Some seconds to midnight, Joe Ajero has called off strike countless times. It shows he himself cannot speak for the masses. So Joe Ajero is working for his own interest. He fully is for the masses. Where was what Ajero when what federal government increased pump price? He could not do anything. He could not do anything. The only NLC government, Labour, that has been effective in this country was Adam Soshomole.
Don't forget that he was the round table with the government.
Hey, see, Mr. Mike, Nigeria matter should not bother to round table. How many months as Ajero give from federal government to review the minimum wage? What has federal government done? See, there are times you need, as a human rights activist, you need to let government know that, shut down the economy. Let government feel the heat. If today, I know to say, okay, nobody should come out. Market women, stay at home. Shut down airport. Shut down our land border. Shut down everywhere. Government too will feel the heat. If government is not making money,
like you will not support them.
I will support it. Stop saying that. Stop saying that.
You will not support them.
I tell you, you come out today and say strike. Tomorrow, you will say strike council.
But didn't it come out in Imo State?
Didn't it come out in Imo State? Come out to the world. See, even the people of what Imo State don't trust him because he has failed. Start from the federal level first. That is where your own issue is. Start from the federal level. How many times has Tinubu increased pump price? What has he done? What has Ajero done?
There was time he threatened to shut down the economy.
There was time he threatened. There was a time he threatened.
There was time he gave an ultimatum to the federal government.
Now, federal government ultimatum has elapsed. What has he done? See, Ajero should see, Mr. Mike. Government, how do government make money?
He's not getting the picture.
See, hello, sir. There was never a time. See, you know, federal government would always breach agreements. Federal government would always breach agreements. This issue of palliative, he promised to monitor it. How far with it? So I think Ajero is the weakest of all NLC presidents. Look at Nigerians are suffering, and still there is nothing Ajero could say. Every day he keep going to Asoro to see the president. On what basis? You should stand as opposition to the government. You should represent the interest of the common man, even if it's one thing, bringing down Nigeria or other Nigeria into standstill. Every common man would always join you for you to pursue that freedom, because Mr. Mike, the government himself won't take him serious, because he himself has sold his hand. But Ajero has sold his hand. Every day he keeps going to Asoro to meet the two.
Andrew, good evening. You are responding to your analysis here. The Nigerian government is not moved by protest. Southeast do sit at home more than a year.
Not that. See, Southeast economy. Southeast economy is a local economy. Now, how did Adam Somele achieve it?
Yeah, that was
No, stop saying then. Stop saying then. You have an excuse. Now, you know how this thing works. That see, before every government will want to listen to you, let's cripple the economy for 2 days.
You said that was when they were practicing.
That is the excuse. That is the excuse.
This is election.
That is the excuse. Ajero is not effective. Ajero does not have what it takes to become an NLC president. Okay, NLC president was being brutalized. Let's see, you don't go abroad. Does that make sense? Does that make sense?
Mr. Mike.
He will go.
Mr. Mike.
Hello, see.
Mr. Mike.
See, hello, sir. There's no issue. See, if a freedom fighter, Omalaye Showore, how many times has been brutalized? Why didn't he travel abroad? We've seen numerous human rights activists. See, if you're an activist, hello, when
travel abroad too. When he started that activism in school in Unilag, almost Showore was brutal like cow, and they rushed him to loot. From loot, they got a signal that they were coming for him in loot under Abacha. I don't know where you were then. Showore was flown abroad. So if it is that
ever since Buhari let him to then seize his passport. Ever since then, as Showore ever travel abroad again, he has been here fighting, even if it's one team and losing his life. He said, see, he will fight for the interest of Nigeria. This is the time they don't need to even shut down the economy.
Ajero is fighting for the economy. Listen, the last meeting they had a memorandum of understanding in which the court has stamped it. You understand? So now when the time comes, hold on now, they listed 10 agenda in which the government said they are going to fix it within a month. You understand? And hold on now, they are going to fix it within a month. Now, when they are ready for the government, you understand? They will go, and that will be an evidence to show that the government are not following what the people have signed.
Mr. Mike, now the same government promised to improve minimum wage. He gave this labor time frame. Now the time frame has what elapsed. Now the same Ajero, others watch. Fuel price was increased twice under Ajero. Ajero could not say anything. When in this country,
he said could not say anything.
What did they say? For midnight, they go Abuja, go like I must go.
Facing the government.
With facing government. Ajero will say tomorrow there will be strike. Tomorrow there will be strike. Let's wait.
You are misleading the people. You are misleading the people.
Ajero will cancel the strike.
You are misleading the people.
You are saying you are misleading the people. See, ever since Ajero has become the NLC chairman, as government for one day taking him serious. Government knows that Ajero is a toothless dog. He cannot bite. That is why the government is riding on its intelligence. Nobody dare try to it what during Oshomole. You've seen this is the time. This is the time Ajero needs. This is the time Ajero need to even hold the economy into ransom because the masses will come out and support him. That is this. If we take that step, shut down economy of this country for 2 years, government will lose.
When there is a cut order,
Good morning, sir.
And how are you doing?
Fine.
Right, what's your take about this controversial issue on Ajero, the NLC president?
Well, my own take, because everybody's entitled to his own opinion. Whatever that happens to Ajero or Ajero in Imo State, it's a very wrong signal, and it's not fair. It's not good. Yes, I know. Maybe he went there at the wrong time. We're talking about my state, Imo State now. Maybe he went there at the wrong time. And but you look at what happened. You see, most of these politicians are very, very sensitive. Ajero too is a politician, whether you like it or not. Maybe he might have looked at it in such a way that let him go to that particular place because this is election time. And it is only during the election time that most of these politicians gives you a listening ears. For instance, you have not paid salary for some months. Your workers are not being paid for some months now. So maybe by virtue of going to that particular place, maybe the governor will give him a listening ear for him to be able to foster the payment of the workers as earlier as possible. But whoever, and it depends on how the different masses understood whatever happens. But if the young man was beaten, brutalized, assaulted by the government of Imo State, by the so-called the administration of Opus Adema, it's very, very wrong. Yes, I know. Even if the young man has not been doing things in such a way that they have been favoring most of Nigerian Labour Congress, even the entire nations entirely. But to me, it's very, very wrong for you to have even lay a hand on somebody that occupies such important position. Knowing fully well that maybe, remember, we are talking, Ajero is not, where you state is him from, either Abia State or something like that. If this young man is not fighting, he didn't go there asking you that you should pay him his own money, but the money you are owing workers, you needed to pay them out. So for you to have brutalized the young man and even to the extent of assaulting him, to me, like I said earlier, everybody is entitled to his own opinion. It's a very wrong move by the Imo State government to have done such. It's a very wrong move.
All right, and on the Yacht, what do you have to say concerning that? The money has been transferred to students' loan, which many Nigerians are saying, okay, it's a welcome development. Some are saying it was because Nigerians went against or kicked against the presidential or the purchase of the presidential yacht. That's why they had to, or the rep had to transfer it to students' loan. Did you cite it that way yesterday?
Well, Mr. Michael, sometimes there's some certain things you need to ask yourself. A yacht was approved, and this is the first time we heard of such in this country. And in the first place, why would even
this been rejected by the?
I understand. In the first place, why would you even bring out such submission that you want to build yachts for what? Why you know that Nigeria don't need such at this moment? That is not the kind of thing we need at this moment. We don't need such thing at this moment, knowing what the entire nation is going through. But saying that you have decided to have shifted or transferred the money meant for the yacht to the student loan and the other thing is a welcome development. But it's all about saying it. For how long? Even the ones that have been, the student build loans that have been assigned, how many students can beat their chest today that they have gotten their own shares of the money? So, but shifting the money meant for the yacht to what I may call the student loan is a very, very welcome development. But what I stand here to tell the federal government that whatever you have said, you want to transfer money to from meant for yacht to the student loan. Let it be that the money that you have said is not just saying it on paper, on air, on another thing. At the end of the day, we will not see anything meaningful, tangible, that will not even yield profit to the Nigerians. So as long as you have said it, let it start immediately. The infant must start immediately. Not at the end of the day, you find out that the money that was meant to be shifted to a particular yacht is now part of the story that we are hearing today. At the end of the day, you find out, you keep on hearing that something like that have happened, and nothing was put in existence, as in the money was no more there again. So we should always tell ourselves the truth. If you have said that this money is meant for a particular thing, let it go immediately and start work. We need to hit the ground running. Not at the end of the day, you keep on telling us that the money at the end, you shift the burden at the end to another, and at the end of the day, you didn't find out the most important thing, the money that was meant for a particular thing was not more there in existence. So they should be very, very careful on how they shift the money. But never in the history of Nigeria, we have never heard of such in the history of Nigeria that a yacht for what? Nigerians these are not, we don't need such thing for now, at this moment. This is not what Nigerians need at this moment. Nigerians are not okay. The Nigerian citizens are not, no one is smiling anymore. So the federal government should have known that doing things the right way, even the so-called administration that put, the administration itself should be very, very wary and careful on the kind of advice you receive from people. Anybody that is even giving you the advice that you should go and give the senators or the House of Reps the yes for them to approve. For what? That advice. If that scam person should be given, that person should be arrested, because we don't need that thing at the moment. What we need at the moment is set the country in order. The lot of money you use for the search scan, for the yacht scan, go a long way in fixing most of the problem we are having in this country. So they should be very, very careful on whatever they do. So seriously.
All right, thank you so much, Charles. And quickly to the last story before me. The president, Tinubu, has called for peaceful, free, fair, transparent election in these three states, Kogi, Imo, and Bayelsa. Do you see free, fair, transparent election taking place in these states?
Before any elections in Nigeria, these are the kind of things we keep on hearing: free and fair election. But you and I know that in Nigeria, there's nothing. We have never for one day experienced any free and fair election in Nigeria. Mostly, the three states that have been mentioned is, these are the hot cake of the nation right now, being Imo State and Kogi State, to be precise now. But what do we say? What we are saying that let's peace reign in that particular place. But you and I know that election in my state, being Imo State, will never, and it will never be peaceful as long as this young man keep on maluding the mandate of the entire Imonite. But what we are praying at, nobody is praying that peace should not reign in that particular place. But what we are praying that God should foster peace, so that at the end of the day, peace will reign. But Imo State, my brother.
There is a clause there. There is a clause. Imo State.
Yeah, good morning. Good morning. Thank God it's
Friday. DIF.
Yeah, thank God it's Friday.
Over you.
Yeah, it's native time.
Wow, that's
Friday.
great. How is it going to be today?
Yeah.
Jollyman.
Let's keep puzzling. Let's go for the job done. Let's get the job done, then we can just, as they be now.
All right.
As they be, right?
All right.
Yeah, good morning.
All right, this is
good morning, Mr. Taiwo Odulade. Yeah, we're there for you and you're there for us. We appreciate you. Good morning, Mr. Rotimi. Good one from you. Good morning, Calvin, that gave us umbrella.
Okay, King Henry.
Yeah, Henry. Okay, I think it's one of the King dynasty in England.
I think so.
Okay, I think. So yeah, that's good of him. Good morning, every one of you. I greet you. Thank God it's Friday.
TGIF.
Thank God for life, likewise.
And thank God for the rep rejecting the 5 billion
that's
yacht.
That's a good one. But after collecting their own 150 million, 160 million Prado or Land Cruiser SUV, you see, I don't know. You see that yacht, man, they're talking of. We don't need yachts for a year now for Nigeria. It's not our problem. I was being told that it's Navy that requested for it, but we never know the truth. They will just throw out this news to us, split the news into the public, and we will not even do the fact check. How did this yacht come to be in the, the budgets of the country, the supplementary budget? So we need to, if that's why we say we don't need to be lazy. We always need to be doing our fact check before we come on here to now state the the way the event goes. But I'm not going to be a party of that. I'm still investigating that Yacht, imputed into the supplementary budget. I'm still doing my investigation, so I can't say categorically anything on it. And I think, nevertheless, if anything even happens, we have a listing president that's that listens to the crying of the crowd, the masses. So to me, that one is even a plus for you to have a listing president. Are you sure? Yes. It's a listing president? It's a listing president. Let me just say it wholeheartedly. When the, came out, that Paletti, that he said he wants to start giving 88,000 to household. What happened? Have you received there was uproar. No, there was uproar. They cancelled it. I think that's what they turned to, now? Student loan. That's what they turned to, student loan. And what people don't understand about student loan is it happens in majority of the advanced countries. You come in, you are less privileged, they set up a loan for you. And the good things about it, it's same government that look for the job for you. Because if they don't get you a job, their money can't be paid. That's the good thing a lot of people don't know. Right? So it will now revert back cost to time of Awolowo, time of Zik. When you are in university, job is already waiting for you. It's Nigerian money, it's government money, it's Nigerian money. So they just loan them to educate yourself. Then when you educate yourself, they will look for a job for you. Because if they don't get you a job, that money, it's going to go down the drain. So that's the beauty aspect of it. But a lot of youths we don't make research to know the benefits of it. So that's my own stake.
All right, let's travel to Kogi State, Bayelsa, and Imo. The president, Bola Tinubu, has called for a transparent election in these states. And don't forget that one out of the states is security prone area.
Hot state. Yeah.
I'm talking about insecurity.
Insecurity.
We
are talking about Bayelsa, what? Imo. Yeah, likewise Bayelsa.
Imo specifically. Bayelsa is still somehow peaceful.
What is going on in Bayelsa too?
Compared to Imo State.
It's so disheartening. It's also disheartening.
Compared to Imo State.
Imo has no problem. The people that are bringing the problem down to Imo.
There's an issue of IPON in the state.
Yeah.
The issue of the governor of the state. People are complaining that he shouldn't be the one on the seat. Unknown government and all sorts of security issues going on there. Do you think this election will be peaceful and transparent in that state? This is the same state Joe Aguero, the NSA president, went to protest and was brutalized.
And mind you, he has a brother that contested for one post in that state, same state. Yes, his brother is a politician. So to himself, the way he found himself in the rubbles, in the debris now, I think it's his fault.
So he called for it.
It called for it. I've been saying on this platform that Ajero, as an NLC president, is a sold out, is a monetized NLC president. He has monetized the Labour Congress, called So Labour. And they will tell you that Ajero body language is aligned with Labour Party. I can say that for free here. Ajero is in sympathy with the Labour Party. And it's showing glaring. It's so glaring now that Ajero really opened his dirty can. Dirty can up now, and people are seeing it, visibly. People are seeing it visibly that this guy is a partisan person. This guy has an interest in politics. And as a Labour leader, you don't need to be partisan. You don't need to be. We've seen a lot of Labour leaders. We've seen a lot of people like Kokori. We've seen a lot of people like Adam Oshiomhole. We've seen, in fact, it was Labour platform. Oshiomhole came to become the governor of, what's it called, Edo State. And he never went partisan with the Labour, what's it called then, Labour Party then. So to me, Ajero needs to go back to the drawing table and learn the rudiments of becoming a Labour leader, because it's not matured enough the way I see things now to control Labour. Because Labour himself, under your watch, the Labour has divided. Labour is divided. The management of Labour is divided. You have Osifo, you have Aborume, they are contesting the seats. That you have one Apampa again, you have one Arabambi. They were same clique before, but what now divided them? What now divided them? Because they went into politics, and Labour is supposed to be apolitical, not politicians. You see, I don't understand what that is to show. And there's elements of corruption in every Nigerian, and you don't have any messiah that will save you from what is yourself, that you cry out, you fight your battle for yourself. You don't have any labor. The masses have labor. We are not part of the labor. The Ajero negotiated 36,000 increment for the salary of the workers. But how about the masses? What did he negotiate for the masses? So it's self-centered, self-interest people we are having in power now. Both labor, both governments. So what's the difference between labor and government? Labor union and government. What's the difference? What's the difference? When you see all these labor guys, they have houses, 5 houses, 6 houses all around. They ride on, Land Cruiser, they ride on their Jeep. What's their salary? Who are the grand masters of corruption in federal civil service? Are they not the labor? You're talking of the PAMSEC, you're talking of the director of director of, I've been in, I did the industrial attachment with an institution. And I know how all these things goes, man. So to me, we may be less informed that Nigerians youth have not even know the kind of country they have and how the country works. Somebody was talking about the other guy, that's Showore. Showore are the people that you can say is a hero. When you talk of human rights activists, he's an hero. Nevertheless,
activism in Nigeria.
Yeah, in activism in Nigeria, because I witnessed a lot of suffering he went through. Right from the cultism in the school, the UNILAG then, penetrated them and he came out and he was going against them. And to the extent the VC of that time was against his movements, he was being arranged, he was being, macheted, man. And a lot of things. That I'm talking about the last NSAS Memorial. He was outside. He was.
He went to Lekki Toll Gate.
Yes.
Met with the police officers there.
Mind you, he's not a saint, likewise. No man is a saint. Showore himself is not a saint. There are a lot of things that are still hidden but give it to him. You give it to him. Give it to Oshiomhole. Give it to Oshiomhole. Give it to Kukori. Those are the labor leaders. Me, I always, I doff my heart with. Kukori that switched down the petroleum. Pengasan was the head of the Pengasan then. Chairman committee of the Pengasan, the labor Pengasan. He shut down the refinery, shut down everything to put the government at standstill. He did that personally, and they will be able to actualize their intention there. The labor was be able to. How many of them can do that now? How many of them has that credibility? Because if you want to come for equity, come with a clean hand. How many of them have clean hands? They're just a bobo. As Femi Kuti said, them bobo, they bobo our papa, they bobo our mama, they bobo our sisters, they bobo our children. That's just what is going on.
All right, Kunle, thank you so much. I appreciate you for coming. But Mr. You've spoken twice. Yeah.
I just.
You've spoken twice. Okay. You need to allow Matt to talk. You need to allow him, please.
Thank you.
Let him speak as well. All right, good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Michael.
How are you doing?
Fine. I'm fine.
All right, quickly to what we have today, and I really need to bring you back to this story here. This is now for 1,300. Pardon?
Diesel.
Okay.
1,200 naira.
You know, because of the
Forex.
because of the price fluctuation, it's difficult to even keep record of the current price of things in Nigeria.
So that has really affected.
But unfortunately, I was reading the other day that apart from Dangote refinery, we have about 5 other modular refineries that are ready for operation. But guess what? Their predicament is inability to get crude from NNPC, including NNPC. We are saying that our major problem because we are not refining here, that we are importing refined products. We have a situation where Dangote refinery is ready for production, but no crude from NNPC.
All right, there have been questions raised in the country as regards PDP governors, meeting the president, Tinubu, over the Rivers State crisis between Wike and Fubara. And they are saying that, don't you think this action would move on to the president making the state or the country a one-party country?
For me, I think the crop of governors we have in PDP are cowards. Because for me, there's nothing wrong in being an opposition party. As a governor of your state in PDP or in Labour Party or in NNPP, there's nothing wrong in being in another political party other than the one at the center. So the body language of the PDP governors expose them as people who are cowards. Because I don't see even the reason they should be visiting a weekend. On what basis? The role Wike played during that presidential election is not hidden. That is the highest level of anti-party. He didn't hide it. He supported a different candidate other than the candidate of his own political party. And eventually, the person, I'm talking about Senator Tinubu, who is now the president, made him the Minister of FCT. So PDP as a party, I don't know the way they are managing it. I have a feeling, I'm thinking that by now a Wike ought to have been ejected from that party.
I don't think the president played a fatherly role by solving the crisis.
What he call fatherly role is to save Wike from embarrassment, from humiliation. Because with the intervention of the president, we understand that the governor already had about 26 lawmakers to decide. So by application, the governor had taken charge. So the 24 members that hitherto suspended the leader of the house because the leader of the house was not supporting the impeachment, all of them ran back to the governor and they subsequently elected that suspended leader of the house as the speaker of the house. So Mr. President's intervention was to even save a Wike from further embarrassment and humiliation.
5 billion Yacht money.
Who said that if the impeachment was in progress, was succeeding, that Mr. President would have intervened? So for me, I don't know how the leadership of PDP is managing that party. The Wike ought to have been expelled from that party.
All right. The money budgeted to purchase that will be converted to students' loan. Is that good enough?
I think it's unfortunate that the people who manage the affairs of the country do not give priority to welfare of Nigerians as captured by the Constitution. That the welfare of Nigerians and their security shall be the primary purpose of governance. How can a president at this point in time of this economic situation be thinking of spending about 5 billion to buy yachts? On what basis? I look at the way and manner they try to push it to Nigerian lady to portray the president as being innocent of the whole thing. For me, it's gimmick. The president is the one that actually needed it. Because it's not a record that when they were doing the supplementary budget defense, that Navy came to defend that project. So, logically speaking,
I think because of the public outcry, the criticism, the reason the office of the presidency pushed it to the Navy. Knowing that the Navy do not have the taste to say, no, this is not our initial project. But however I look at it, I think there are so many other things that if we were to interrogate that supplementary budget to scrutiny, that shouldn't have passed through. But unfortunately, the public may not be privy to all the details of the supplementary budget allocation and all that.
Lastly, can godfatherism be eradicated in Nigeria? That's the question I
think it should be totally discouraged. Because there is no way the country will move forward if we continue dwelling on the mentality of strong man. We knew the time we used to have the strong man of Ibadan politics. We knew the time we used to have the Saraki father in Kwara. All these things have no place in, if you look at the tenets of democracy, they have no place anywhere in democracy. And you end up, we have seen a political gladiator who was even boasting and saying if somebody was demanding 25%, that all that is politics. Though he never accepted or denied, but his body language did not show that he was not asking for money. But for me, I'm not saying somebody cannot play adversary role. But for you to be in a position where, say, resources will be accruing to you, you now have that entitlement right that I am entitled to this, that. I pay for, nobody spend 1 naira to purchase phone. I pay for this, I pay for that. I think we should get to a level where we should jettison all this in our system. But permit me to talk about Ajero's issue. Unfortunately, we are seeing Nigerians come here to condemn Ajero. Instead of condemning the police high-handedness, what happened to Ajero in due course of time in this country will happen to someone else. All these people coming here to vilify Ajero, I will see what they will say. Under Oshomole, as the leader of this NSC in this country, there are courses, there are time you have course to go to state level to lead protests. There's nothing wrong in Ajero going to any state to lead protests, to draw support for the welfare of the city, of the workers in that state. You may say it's timing of election. Yes, because perhaps that is the time the governor of the state will give attention to the yearning of the workers. So for me, conclusively, I think what happened to Ajero is condemnable, is barbaric on the part of the weather hoodlums and on the part of the police that failed. They claim they were not culpable. On the part of the police that failed to protect him, I think is most acceptable. In the strongest possible term, I condemn it.
All right, thank you so much, Matthew. All right, briefly to briefly, Rafael, because of the time.
Yeah,
good morning. How you doing?
I'm fine. Good morning, viewers. Highly esteemed, cherished viewers. You are welcome.
All right, we've been discussing about the yacht.
Yes.
Yes. The money has been converted to student loan, which and some Nigerians are saying, okay, that's a welcome development. You know, many Nigerians take against.
Okay, the 5 billion has been
converted.
Okay, converted to student loan. So they are not buying again. It means they are not buying again.
The Presidency said Tinubu never requested
for Yacht.
It's meant
who are the people that forwarded that
for the Navy? It's meant for the Navy.
That's for Navy now. It's for water now. I wonder when I read it yesterday and even the breaking news that the lower house of a rep, that's the lower house of the legislative. Yeah, the reps have assigned and approved the purchase of Yacht for Tinubu. I said what for again? Because I know that if they ever do that, it means any other successive president coming to succeed Tinubu must do what? Buy his own Yacht.
Not Yacht.
Yacht. Yacht, or whichever way.
Some are calling Yacht.
So,
Yacht.
This
you've been saying Yacht since.
I have not been saying Yacht. I know about Yacht so much. I know about a British Jew.
I also made a mistake.
It's not, yes. The British Jew that died in his yacht in 1991, his name was Robert Maxwell.
the owner of London Times. I think understand? Off the coast of Spain, they met the man's body dead, lifeless. So I was telling myself, does Tinubu have experience of coral life? Who is going to drive the yacht, control it? Because Tinubu is an old man. If he employs somebody to be, selling the yacht for them, driving it for them, you understand, for him on the high sea like that, that one, another payment. So I was telling myself, now so our money they take escape, so who could have signed this kind of crazy spending, crazy expenses? So on getting here this morning, I learned that the money has been committed to something else. That's very, very good. See, if that loan should be given to students, they should give the loan properly. I didn't understand. They should follow the due process. Not some people wasting that money, claiming that it has been given to the students or that they are giving it to students. All of a sudden, persons that don't have children, they will all write over 10 students, 10 names. Hearing their father say, Mike, giving students loan, I don't think we need it this particular time, pointing time. No. What are the students using the money for?
Education is important.
Education is very, very important.
Some parents can't afford to pay the school fees of their children.
Unless that student loan, it means not direct to the students. If they want to give bursary award, they should call it bursary award. I don't know whether I understand the meaning of bursary award. If they want to give parents loan, they should say we want to give parents loan to help them alleviate the suffering they are going through. To alleviate school fees they pay. You understand? They're not saying student loan. They should paint the word, the language small so that we will know where we are going. I didn't understand.
Now let's travel to Imo State.
Yes.
You're from the eastern part of the country.
I'm from southeastern Nigeria.
Yeah, you know what is currently going on in the eastern region.
The trending news is that Jeremy was beaten to stupor. To Paul.
Yeah. Was brutalized. And as we talked about it yesterday, 2 days ago as well.
Yeah.
But as per the election that will be taking place in that state, do you see it is transparent election?
No.
Of course, the president has called for transparency in the gubernatorial election.
Mike, I cease to be, I cease from being optimistic since the last judgment given by the Supreme Court. Okay. I cease to be optimistic. I didn't understand. Now I'm neutral. See what happened. The election in Imo State, the result has been written. Result has been written.
Election has not been positioned.
Yes.
You said the result
positioned in the right way. If it fails, the appeal court judges that will give it to Zodima, they are ready. No.
Wait. Election has not been conducted.
Election has not been conducted. Yes. Neither has it been announced or collated. But I'm telling you that the appeal court judges, because they are going to court, that will give it to federal man has positioned themselves. The judges, they are ready there to do the normal work. Appeal court judges. Then coming to Supreme Court, the Supreme Court judges, their money have been paid. They have paid them so that if we get to Supreme Court, part payment too, they will pay the final one, the final payment. See, they have written it. Uzodimma has been going to and fro for over how many months now in that regard, so that they will help him out. And he has been helped out. They have written everything about the judgment because they must head to court. Uzodimma is telling the whole world that wherever he go in Imo State, they will be saying, hope Uzodimma, hope Uzodimma, hope Uzodimma, hope Uzodimma. This is a governor that has been killing the indigenous of that state for 4 years, no peace. Because he outrightly stole somebody's mandate. Now you are telling me that he's not going back there again. Uzodimma is rigging. He has rigged himself back to office. See, Mike, the election result has been written. Are you listening to me? The presiding appeal court judges has been what? Arranged, selected. They are waiting now. Let me tell you, Half payment, mobilization has been paid. Those judges, they are waiting. Then the Supreme Court judges, they have already chosen them. See, let me tell you, this current CGN, Ariwola, it will still regret in the future what history will talk about him. We don't need to bother today when somebody is committing offense. It is the future that will tell. Mike, are you listening to me? Yep. The future will tell you whether you did well or not. Are you listening to me? If I could become a judge, Supreme Court judges so that be rubbishing Nigeria with all these idiots. Get me that my this. Go and get my this.
You need to be careful.
See, yes.
Wait, I need to say it.
See, let me tell you.
These policemen just passed on their own. You don't need to.
I did not talk to policemen. I say with no. I didn't. I said rubbishing.
Don't cause.
Rubbishing this country. No.
Can you get him his wristband?
See, let me tell you. Mike, I did not. Did you hear policemen stuff? I don't like this.
I'm saying your body.
No. I didn't say anything in that regard. People are here with me. Did I say it?
All right.
Forget. I'm expressing myself.
All right.
I'm not a pretender. I talk my mind.
Okay.
They are rubbishing the system. The Supreme Court judges. Did I mention police?
Mike, you didn't mention police. I understand.
Mike, wait.
I understand. I know what I'm saying.
Wait, let me tell you. You are right. But listen and listen good.
But you didn't mention.
I didn't mention police.
So
you know what?
No problem.
Mike, forget. Anything I say on this platform, anybody could come against me. I take it. I'm a man. Are you listening to me? A man is as solid as what he's lying on. Yes. So, let me tell you. Supreme Court judges, to take care of Uzodinma case, they are there, paid. I'm saying it. Anybody could contest that. Anybody can say, hey, arrest Raf. Arrest me. I'm not a small boy anymore. Are you listening to me? I don't fear. I don't have fear. If I'm somebody that is a timorous person, I'm supposed to be so scarce on this platform. I come every day to air my point with such audacity that has never been equaled by anybody here. I see truth. I say it. I don't fear anybody. So let's move forward. My brother, let me tell you, the election is not going to be easy. The election is going to be bloody. It has started by the protests, by the NLC president. See how they beat him. He was beaten to a stupor. And listen to me. If guys not taking, they flow him outside.
No.
For treatment.
What do you think will happen to people opposing the administration of Uzodinma in the election? So, what do you think will happen to the electorate?
Thank you.
Be going out
the electorate are going out to vote their conscience.
Because if this could happen to Joe Ajero of the NLC president, don't you think there will be a problem in the election?
Okay, let me tell you, Mike. You should have said, Ralph, don't you know if something like this could happen to Ajero, the Labour president? What do you think about returning INEC officers? All those officiated officers, INEC chairmen in the localities. That's what you should have asked me, because they are going to test it too. See, election in Imo State is going to be very, very bloody. I'm telling you. If care is not taken, there is going to be sit at home in Igbo land that day. They don't want to say sit at home in Imo State.
And do you think people will comply?
People must, not will. Must.
Don't forget that there will be security agents outside that day.
May I tell you, who is securing who? Federal government to give you security. When they secure presidential election all over the country, didn't you see anomalies, irregularities everywhere? The so-called people securing the polling units, polling booths.
No.
Securing the polling units. Do you not see what Motopark House did across Lagos? Drinking and dancing, 2 years away from the polling unit, threatening and talking, threatening the lives of the strangers in Lagos State. The Motopark House. What did those policemen do? They were busy there laughing, looking at us. Didn't you? Okay, you were not here when Tobechuku come and testified with all over his mouth. They beat him. He was a labor agent. Kufo was here then. See, the guy, the Imo born Tobechuku refused to leave the unit at Ojodu. I didn't understand. I said, kill me here. I know I'm an Igbo man, but kill me. The guy was there. They even let her come and beg him. So forget about security. No security during the election. The highest bidder, the person that got the money, get the security. Immediately pays them. No problem. Any other political parties The electorates that are supporting them, they are on their own. Police will be looking at you like this. What are you telling me? Had he been police were doing their normal work during the governorship election in Lagos State, they would have. How do you think police could have allowed the supporters of Labour to be stabbed on the face, rough-handled and beaten? Was it not the Igbos that are living in Okota that came out en masse with their dogs and tell all these miscreants, useless miscreants, that enough of all those nonsense?
Now, away from
It played out on the screen. Organo security, in Imo State, no security. There's no security there that's going to do anything. The highest bidder, somebody that paid his highest money to the INEC, to the Supreme Court judges and the Appeal Court judges, is the person that is going to carry the day. Let us be frank to ourselves.
Away from that, let's quickly talk about the hike in the price of diesel. Presently, diesel is sold for 1,300 naira
Per liter.
And the manufacturers in Nigeria are groaning over this sudden hike. Now, Raphael, what do you think will be the implication of this?
Implication of this
hike, diesel
hike,
food hike
is going to add more to the awkward situation of the country. The excruciation now is going to be tripled. People will be suffering the more and more. You know why, Mike? You and I should be asking this question to the presidency, office of the presidency. What do you think is going to be happening when the price of petroleum product has gone high, especially diesel and fuel? The presidency are left to answer these questions. Because after inauguration, people think that everything will be like suya, sugar, milk. Everything in Nigeria skyrocketed. Are you talking about only petroleum product alone? It has extended to market women. Go and buy tomato in the market today. We are luckily, fortunately, we are facing all but retail markets, Sunday markets. Mike, let's go and price our booking. We can carry our camera. Let the Nigerians in diasporas witness what we are saying. That we don't come here to chant every day. 3 tomato, 100 naira. 4 tomato, as small as 6, 200 naira. 5, 6, 500 naira. We have arable lands, fertile land in the south, in the north, in the west, everywhere. Nigerian government could not pay attention to agriculture. They don't have any reason to introduce mechanized agriculture into our system. Are you listening to me? When petrol price has gone high, tell me the people whose vehicles are using diesel, what they are going to do this time around. The rich keep on growing richer, while the poor man is still going down the gutter. Drain. That is it. If Tinubu could be somebody that has good intention for Nigerians, he wouldn't have mentioned subsidy gone. Subsidy gone for the poor, for the wretched poor Nigerians. The rich, the senators, the rich, the ministers, the governors, councillors, chairman, local government, all of them, they are catching home smiling. While you and I are in excruciating position. So painful that nobody has listening ear to us. Even the justice system, the Department of Government called Judiciary, whereby we all know that's the only area justice should be reaching innocent Nigerians. Okay. Today, the judiciary has turned against us. No justice for the poor. These dangerous subversives has made it possible that justice is saying goodbye to everybody. Right. Mike, that's the situation we find ourselves. If it gets worse, and Jeremy is supposed to leave Imo State and face federal government and protest, not going to that poor state.
All right, Raphael, thank you so much. I appreciate you for coming on board. All right, we appreciate you and the reviewers for joining us today. Cameraman Malik, I appreciate you as well. Everyone watching us right now, we appreciate you all. Tomorrow is another day. That's the weekend edition of Bystanders at this time. Join us tomorrow on the same channel. Michael Adekule remains my name. Our social media handles are right on the screen. You can also join me at Michael Timitayo Adekule on our social media and Michael Timitayo Adekule. Love you all. Keep supporting Free TV. Please like, comment, and share the video. Please share this video. Let it get to your loved ones. Let it get to other viewers on Flip TV. Thank you, everyone. Bye for now.